This is Kim Meyer with Horsemanship Help. Sorry I haven't been around for a couple weeks with videos, but I'm back. And today's topic is some games that instructors can play with their students. The first one is Simon Says. And in case you don't know how to play Simon Says, it's like command class. You have to say, Simon says, hand on the head. If I say hand on the shoulder and the student puts it there without me saying Simon Says, they're disqualified. Okay, so Simon Says is the first game. You can either do this while they're on the lunge line or while they've got the reins in one hand, just so long as they are not pulling on your horse's mouth or letting the walk get too slow. Okay, the second game is I Spy. And for those of you that don't know how to play I Spy, you look around and you find something, an object, and whatever color it is, you go, I spy with my little eye something blue. And they'll look around and they'll say, oh, the board's there. And I'll say, yes. Okay? And they have to keep guessing if they didn't get it right at the beginning. Okay? So I Spy. Again, this can be done on the lunge line or just walking, but letting the walk be good. Third game is we have dressage letters around our arena. So I'll say, where is A? And they have to point to A. Then I'll say, where is F? And they'll have to point to F. And now you can add on to this, because they have to swivel and keep their alignment and not pull on their horse. But you can build on this by having them have to say some equine term that begins with that letter. Okay? So the next game is the alphabet game. This is where you go through the whole alphabet. And again, this can be lunge line, this can be standing still, this can be moving, but if moving, they've got to keep walking. So you go through the whole alphabet with saying some equine term that begins with that letter. And if they get a little stuck, I let them do an animal if they can't think of anything equine. And so the next game is kind of how many, for a group or by yourself with your student, how many horse colors, horse breeds, horse markings do you think we can name as a group? And so the group might say, somebody might say, I think we can name 10 breeds. Somebody might say, I think we can name 20 breeds. And so you go around and everybody says a breed and you see how far you can go and who's the closest. I do not give prizes for it. I just you could if you wanted to. For me, it's just the win. The next game is Hangman. We have a whiteboard in the indoor arena, and you make the little gallows, and then you have dash, dash, dash for how many letters are in the word you're thinking of. And then you say, to earn the right to take guess, you've got to do something. Like I'll say for a beginner, walk around the edge of the arena, come back to the whiteboard, and then you can do it. Somebody who's more advanced, I'll say, go trot down to A, stop, do a turn on the forehand, trot back. They've got to do it correctly to get the ability to guess a letter. So you give them little jobs, and then they come back and they earn the right for a letter. And then the next thing is trivia or terms. Every lesson, I give the students 1 to 2 terms a week to build their equine vocabulary. And when they get to know enough about the letters, about the trivia, I, at the beginning, might ask them just the terms if they're just a beginner. But as they get better, I'll say, okay, I'm going to ask you 2 terms, and you're going to ask me 2 terms. Trivia time, okay? But I tell them I might not answer it correctly. And they kind of get a kick. But I say, if I don't answer it correctly, you've got to correct me. And they kind of get a kick when I say silly answers and it's not the right answer and they have to tell me the right answer. So those are a couple games you can play with your students that might give you something to add into your lesson plan. And this has been Kim Meyer with Horsemanship Help. Remember, I want you to stay safe. I want you to succeed. And I want you to enjoy your horses. Thank you. Bye-bye.